How y'all doing out there today? Welcome to another edition of Mettle Lab. You have your host here, Keelan Crenshaw, and I have a special guest here with me today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Hello, my name is Michael Jeffries Bay.
All right, tell us a little about yourself.
What do you need to know?
Where you come from, what brings you here today.
Okay. Uh, well, I'm recently released from incarceration. I got locked up at 16 years old in 1988. I was just released in March of this year. Matter of fact, March 25th. I spent 36 years in prison. Um, as far as what's going on now, I'm registered at Mettle. They are part of my reentry team. I'm receiving so much help from them. So I have no complaints. I have a lot of honors to give to all the people at Metalworks. They help me out, tremendously.
All right.
Mhm.
So I got a couple questions for you, man.
All right.
Put you on the hot seat today. Hope you're all right with that, all
Oh,
right?
sure.
So we're going to focus on overcoming stigma. What challenges did you face in terms of stigma after your release, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I really didn't have any stigma. I think it was. I think everything is your perception. So I felt as if I presented myself in a particular way, like how can I say, if I presented myself, as far as someone who didn't feel that they belonged in society, I think that a stigma come with it. But I think a lot of things you should basically overcome that's in your own mind. I think that people, they have preconceived notions about, being incarcerated, and they think that they're going to immediately be rejected. And I think that if they have that type of mindset, they basically going to present themselves as, preparation for rejection, and they may act accordingly, in order to get rejected.
Understood.
You know,
So how do you think society can better support individuals coming out of incarceration?
well, that's a good question. I think that, they should understand that those of us that have been incarcerated for so long, that we on that we not as fast, as especially now, the number one problem that I have is with the technology, with the cell phones, Chromebooks, laptops. That's the thing. And and how society is moving very fast. So I think that people move so fast, and I think that patience should be a factor. But the thing is, it's like you don't know if someone's been incarcerated. You know what I
Unless you
mean?
tell them,
You,
yeah.
you, you don't know if someone's been incarcerated unless they tell you, look, I've been incarcerated. People don't think about that. They don't think about, okay, I'm walking past this guy, oh, he been locked up for 30 years. I'm walking past this guy, he been locked up for 5 years. They don't understand that. So, and no one knows. No one knows anyone's story until they actually talk to them.
Understand.
However, as far as when you do find out, you know, I think that one should, just believe that the individual is here and that he wants to do better. And I think that as far as humanity, from a humanistic standpoint, basically it's about, wanting someone to do better.
So let me ask you this: what support did you want to receive when coming home initially?
Oh man, the support I wanted to receive, I have it. As far as family, the reentry team that I have. I didn't know that I would get this much support. I actually thought that I was going to be, basically, okay, I got to do this on my own.
So can you elaborate more on it? Like, what support are you receiving?
Oh, I'm receiving. I think what really matters is the emotional support. I'm receiving a lot of love. I'm receiving, a lot of care, a lot of understanding. People constantly reaching out to me. Uh, you know, my family isn't wealthy, but however, I get, I'm getting financial support, and I don't just count family as just my blood. It's people that I've been knowing since I was like 12 years old, 10 years old, friends of mine that's there for me. They're not wealthy, but, they have things for me, be it, be it money, or if I need food, clothes, so
when you got out, did you have all your documentations, like your birth certificate, social security card, valid ID?
well, I had a copy of my birth certificate.
Mm.
I had a copy of my old copy of my birth certificate. My mother had that for me. But I needed a copy of my social security card that was misplaced, and I needed a valid ID. I needed an ID. I never had that. So, I never had an ID. I never had a driver's license. So that was going.
It's a little hurdle that you had
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
overcome.
yeah. And I actually enjoyed going to get it. Because I wasn't. Right now I'm living with my mother.
Okay.
Well, when I first was released on March 25th, I was entered into the Denny House with a superb man that was there, the program manager there named Michael Gray.
Mm-hmm.
So he, enforced the fact that I'm my number one priority. So it's things that matter of fact, even though I haven't been in the house since June 22nd, he lets me know that I can still call him. That whatever questions I need, whatever aid or support that I need, But anyway, he actually took me to uh, social services for my social security card. He actually took me to the DMV, for my ID, the first fill out for it. So
So you had support to get the necessary items that you need.
exactly,
Facts, and that's a good thing.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes people that's was incarcerated face the challenge that they don't have anyone to guide them to get the necessary entitlements that they need.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
So let me ask you this: I know you still trying to get back on your feet, but defining success. What does success look like for you now compared to before you was incarcerated?
Well, I looked at success. I think I had a distorted, perception of what success is
Mm-hmm.
or was. I just looked at, man, I just need to make a lot of money. I need money. That's what I need. Money. That's really, I wanted, and it was really, it wasn't based on need. It was based on vanity.
Okay.
So I realized back then I was already successful. So the thing is, I think that the foundation of success is love. So I say this: love can conquer all. You can have any and everything you want with love, but you got to give love a chance. If you don't give love a chance, you ain't gonna have nothing.
Oh, fact.
So the thing is if you got love, if you have friends, I mean true friends, if you have understanding, if you have people there, that will sacrifice for you, people that understand you, people that want you to succeed, that in itself is success.
Oh, fact.
Because the thing is, it's like there are no limits to that.
No,
You know,
you're right. So let me ask. I'm gonna do it a little more deeper. So I know you only been home this short little amount of time, but can you share a specific achievement that you're particularly proud of since your release?
oh, when you what angle are you drawing from? Are you drawing from like a financial angle? Are you drawing from like a learn? Well, let me say this: learning. What I mean, learning certain things. Because my goal is to achieve computer literacy.
Okay.
So that's what I'm fighting on now. And I think that, you know, every time I learn something as far as technology is concerned, you know, that's I think that's a laurel for me, if I'm using the word correctly. Um, Also maintaining a character. You know, I look at that. I look at that as great because, you know, a lot of time, you know, a lot of people, they go through what is termed a cosmetic change, meaning that once they're, you know, in like incarcerate, when you're incarcerated, you see you don't have anything.
Yeah.
You know, you see like, man, you know, oh man, I just wish I was home and I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll show all this
Facts.
appreciation when I get home.
Yeah.
But when they get there, it's like it's something totally different. You know,
Could
where
you elaborate more on that?
meaning that, you know, if your feet is in the fire, you crying, I'll never do it again. I'm gonna live right and all that.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get out of that adverse situation, you right back doing the same thing. So it's like when even though I'm here, my character is still the same. It's no mask. So it's like, you know, and I look at that as a great achievement because this is what I want to do. This is who I am. So it's, you know.
And that's good. And it give me a subway to this one. Your future aspirations. What are your goals moving forward, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Well, I know that I had a lot of help when I was coming up. I just didn't utilize it. So I look at me being home. The main reason why I'm home is to help others, and especially young people. You know, to show them, look, I made the same mistakes, or I made mistakes that you don't have to make. So that's what that's if I'm answering the question correctly.
So if I can, maybe guide you to it, your future aspiration is to be a peer support.
Yeah, matter of fact, I didn't even know what that was, technically until I believe last week because it was a young guy that's in the program, and I'm old enough to be his father. But when I saw him, I said, hold up, he doesn't work here. So I said, evidently he must be here for, to get the same type of support that I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I just started talking to him. And I let him know, look, the mistakes that I made, the mistakes that you could make. So I made these mistakes so you don't have to make them.
Facts.
So
that's the whole definition of a peer support, utilizing your experience, everything that you went through to help assist others overcome adversity.
Exactly.
So that's good. So I ask you this question: how do you hope to inspire others who may be in a similar situation?
Well, as the young guy that I spoke to, I actually want to. I had since I was in, I was fortunate enough to be a part of the last graduating class in the for the Pell Grants. I graduated from Coppin State College in 1995. I got a bachelor's in management science. So what I want to do, I want to become what's called a document management specialist. I'm learning about this, and basically a document management specialist is one who basically regulates the internal affairs and policies of a particular company. But I'm learning more so about that as far as if I can get that down and finding out, the proper processes, as far as people can know, that can have access to certain knowledge, because that's why I think that's the number one reason why we suffer, is because we lack knowledge and we don't know how to, apply, all the laws and principles and the things that are in place, and that's what hurts us.
So you just want to be able to give the knowledge that you gain and pass it on to help other people.
Yes, and I think that being peer support and document management specialists, and I know I have to create, an LLC, in order to reach out. Because my thing is, to spread the knowledge that I have, but I know that I have to be qualified and certified to do so. So that's how I'm looking at it.
All right. So thank you for taking this time to, sit down with me, answer some of these questions. I hope that you do achieve your goals to be that peer support, help with the youth. I hope that you find that job that you're looking for. I know that's your future aspiration, but continue to do the good work, man. We thank you for coming to Mettle Labs today, and I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Keelan Crenshaw signing out.
Okay.